cast, and crew makes a murder mystery from start to finish. Not a single man involved, not even in post. I just got the hard drive with all the footage and assets for the production Girl Dinner, and now it's on me to edit all 8 episodes, plus a trailer. So this is gonna be my experience editing a vertical miniseries from start to finish. The obstacles, the roadblocks, the victories and breakthroughs, and pretty much everything in between. So first things first, let's check out this footage. Let's get it. All right, so I'm here at my desk. Firstly, I'm going to say that I am a self-taught editor. Everything that I've edited so far up to date, I've pretty much been just either on my own or working with someone who shot it. So I either shot it and edited stuff, or I'm working with my friend Alexis, and it's just me and her. I will say this is my first time working on a project where I'm dealing with a post-production team. This whole process is new for me, and that's why I wanted to document it, because there's probably gonna be a bit of a learning curve. There already is. There's already stuff that I've had to look up how to do to make sure certain deliverables are set up a certain way for different departments. So this particular production, Alexis was able to pull together a whole team, and I mentioned it in my intro, all female, no men, and it's actually really cool to see that. I wish I could have been there to just kind of be a part of that, like, synergy. On top of the fact that it was an all-female crew, it was also an all-female cast. So this production is called Girl Dinner. It is a murder mystery, and each episode is a different perspective. At the end of each episode, it rewinds right back to the beginning, and you get a new perspective in the next episode. So a really cool concept. Goal number 1 is to look at all the footage, the raw footage, and open up the Final Cut Pro workflow that Imani created and download it into, or upload it into Frame.io. So get that onto the hard drive, and hopefully this footage will relink seamlessly so that I'm not starting from scratch. I'm starting from her workflow. So that's what I'm about to do now, and it's already late. So I don't plan on doing any editing tonight. I just want to get eyes on the footage and see if everything syncs up, and then I can let all that stuff relink overnight. Yeah, so this is day 0, I guess, on the editing process. So send me your prayers, because I have accountability now, and that'll be new as far as having a timeline, having deliverables that need to go to different departments. We have a person doing coloring, we have a person doing sound, and they all have their own set of needs. So I'm responsible for getting that stuff to them within the timeline as well. So, but that's the only way to grow, is to be pushed into places that you've never been and to show up. So that's what I'm doing now, and I'm just thankful that I have this opportunity. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start checking out this footage and see what we got.
I knew that 3 more times again, I testify for you. I'm told I like you, that bitch I do it all, and I'm around, you scared to do. I'm not, long as you joking, now in for me, I ain't got it. I've been scheming, doing, hide your body, as long as you dreaming about me, ain't no problem. I don't got nobody just with you right now, but the truth, I look better under you, I can't lose.
Okay, so this is actually the very next day. It's 6 a.m. and I decided to get a head start on editing and forego my gym session for that day. Not exactly sure why my mics didn't record, but I think one of my receiver or something might have been muted, but it's neither here nor there. But what I'm explaining right here is that basically I was having issues opening the files that Imani had sent over, the work files, the actual Final Cut Pro files, and tried so many different things, and for whatever reason, what I was downloading from Frame.io was not opening. So I told her to send it to me via WeTransfer. So once she sent it to me via WeTransfer, it opened, and I was able to then work from her timeline. So one monkey don't stop the show. So I began officially editing this day. Just checking back in. It's been a little less than a week. I think I got this footage on Monday. Making good progress, although we are still behind schedule, but it's not my fault. I have the first initial like editor's cuts done. So I've just been waiting on director's notes. So Alexis, girl, I know you're busy, but girl, we got to stick to schedule. So just waiting on her notes to go in and make changes so that it can go out to the rest of the team for their input. So right now it's Sunday. It's been a busy week for me with my just regular job with LTBA, doing a lot of editing. And we have a single that's coming out in a couple weeks. So just getting all the content and stuff done for that. So I've literally just been like weaving this project into gaps on the bookends of my day and forfeiting my gym time to edit. So trying to get this done as quickly as possible so that it can go on to the next phase of the post-production process and then be ready for release date and the screening that we're planning to have. So it's Sunday. I try to stick to either doing nothing or just doing like relaxing, calming things on Sundays, also including shooting my own content because that's really the only day that I have to myself. But which I did film some content today, which I'm proud of myself for. Actually, it's been a very productive day and not mentally overwhelming because that's the thing during the week. I feel so much tension in my forehead. It just gets so overwhelming trying to balance everything out. And on Sundays, it's like really the only day I tell myself nothing else, just whatever I want to do that day. I don't feel obligated to do anything other than what I want to do. And sometimes that is editing. So for the meanwhile, let's get the initial edit for episode 6.
If it's about the money, then my niggas on guard. When I walk in, yo, yeah, bring that. It's unanimous, high pop.
So funny. Just got a text from the post-production coordinator asking for an update. So I just let her know. Still waiting for notes from the director. As of right now, we're 2 days behind. So Alexis should be getting me notes by tomorrow. I know she's at CultureCon right now doing fun, cool stuff out in New York. So I believe tomorrow is a travel day for her. So she said she can take some time to sit and work on the notes. So thankfully, she'll be getting me those tomorrow. It would have been perfect if they were there today because, like I said, during the week, my schedule just gets a little busy. But it is what it is. So, yeah. Accountability is great. It can be annoying, but it's a necessity. Shout out to the team.
Eating right, huh?
I got through episode 6, first cut of episode 6, and this is getting harder and harder as I progress throughout the episodes because you're adding in other perspectives. Like I mentioned before, the whole concept of this show is that it's literally the exact same scene from 8 different perspectives. So you get 8 episodes, but it's the same scene. So a lot of the scenes are the same. You're just getting a different point of view. Or when you see this person walk off in a previous episode, now we're following them, seeing where they're going. And they're all leading back to this one character, Jackie. So it takes a different side of your brain to be able to edit this. I love movies like this where you get all the different perspectives. So I'm really curious as to how like the movie editors, like the really professional editors, how they do it, how they organize their footage and stuff, because this is my first time editing something like this. And I already have a very DIY makeshift workflow. Everything that I do is self-taught. So I don't have like the formal education as far as learning the steps and protocols to doing this stuff. So any advice on how to stay organized when editing a project like this, where you're having to reference previous episodes or previous scenes and then just getting like the world just kind of shifting to this other person's perspective, I would gladly accept. So leave comments down below if you have any advice. That would be amazing. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna pump the brakes on going on to episode 7. I'm going to eat and then I'm gonna work on something else. So probably see you tomorrow or sometime in the next few days. Peace. It's another day. Actually, it's probably another week because I've just been on ice. I've been kind of just waiting around for Alexis to get me notes. So I finished all 8 episodes, the first editor's cut, if you will. All 8 episodes. Excuse me. All 8 episodes are done. For the first cut, they're not done. The raw first cut's done. So Alexis had a little bit of a delay, stuff going on that caused her to kind of have to push back getting me notes. So finally got them, and today is Saturday. My goal is to finish all of these, and I'm going to show you. It's a lot. Well, it looks like a lot on the phone because this screen is so little. I've already started on some of them, but it's a lot of things those are the ones I finished already. But this is notes for all 8 episodes. And again, it looks so much, it looks like so much on the phone, but on the computer, it doesn't look that bad. That was only the first 3 episodes. So, and she's very like wordy. So she just over explains, which I love when it comes to editing. But my goal is to finish all of her notes by today. So if there's anything else where she's like, oh wait, go in and change this, by the weekend, I'm done. It's going to the next departments, which will be a whole nother thing because I have to format them in a way so that sound can do what she needs to do. She needs all channels separated and all this stuff. It just seems like a whole other task. So getting that done, and then the color department needs them in a certain way too. We're going to get over here on the computer and get to editing, and I'll tap back in with you in a little bit to see how far I can get today. Peace. It's Saturday morning, it's 7:56, and I'm proud of myself. I'm being social, and so I'm going by myself, but it's a social event, so obviously there'll be other people there. So I'm forcing myself to get social and to meet new people out here. But yeah, and it's like a wellness, like, you know, it's based on wellness and fitness, and gonna mingle with some new faces and force myself to socialize. So I'm bringing you along, so let's go. I almost talked myself out of going to this event because I had nobody to go with, and I just knew I wasn't gonna know anybody there. But I don't know, I feel like my social butterfly just released her inner wings that she had been suppressing all this time, and I was just socializing, like, look at me making friends. I didn't know a single person, but I left with some new friends to go with. I am so proud of myself for jumping out of my comfort zone and still attending this event, even though I wasn't gonna know anybody. I'm not even gonna lie, I woke up this morning and I was feeling a little like, should I go? It's gonna be awkward, not gonna know anybody there. But I quickly, and also it was like 6:30 in the morning. It was like my weekend, so I kind of just wanted to sleep too. But I told myself, like, don't be awkward, just go and talk to people. And I got there, I checked in, I went to a table, and I was like, can I join you guys? And they were like, of course, yeah. So I don't know, I think the social butterfly that's been hidden deep within me came out, and I'm really proud of myself for doing that, because I was able to connect with some new people that enjoy the things that I enjoy, and enjoy like Saturday morning activities like I do. Today was a good day so far, and it's still early, it's not even noon. Yeah, let me just encourage y'all to do something that you wouldn't normally do, because you just never know the results of it. And because I did that today, I was able to connect with one of my favorite YouTubers and content creators, influencers, and it could potentially turn into us working together and creating some stuff together. So like I said, I'm feeling redundant at this point, but I'm really proud of myself. So I will tap in with you guys later. All right, peace.
Think about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know. Does that mean it's the soul?
Today is October 12th, and I have had the files for maybe a week and a half, or I'm not sure exactly. I'll have to check back and see what date. My portion of this is almost done. The girl that's doing all of the sound mixing, she needs them bounced out a certain way. There was terms that I had never heard of, like a two-pop, and a couple other things that I had to look up how to do. I'm just being completely transparent because I've always just had to do this stuff myself, and I'm not an engineer. I'm not like a color professional, color grader, but just on my own projects and then smaller projects that I'm doing, that I've done, I just had to like ghetto rig it and do it myself. So this is a really cool learning experience, having to work with the team, like being able to be like, my job's done. Everything I know, I've self-taught. Everything I know, I learned it on YouTube, or literally just like pressing buttons and seeing what happens. So if there's any people out there that's in the editing space or the cinematography, videography space that are looking for a mentee, I'm looking for some guidance. So yeah, it's exciting. It's just fun. There's a premiere coming up, a screening in LA, and I'm gonna try to go. If I go, I'm bringing you guys with me. So let's just hope that all works out. But yeah, I'm just gonna dive right back in. My groceries should be pulling up any minute, because it's Sunday. At some point I need to cook, clean, you know, do stuff for the home, because I can sit at this computer all day and it's not good for you. You need balance. All right, I'm just gonna dive right back in. Just want you to check in. See you in the next, I'll probably check in later today. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so tapping back in. We just finished version 2 of the director's cuts. So all 8 episodes are done. I'm exporting them right now. So sending them to Alexis so she can give me the thumbs up, and then I will upload them to Frame.io so that the producers, DP and everybody can check it out, give whatever notes they have. Hopefully they don't have a lot of notes, because I'm ready to pass this thing on. But yeah, it's now 8:34. I can't remember exactly what time it was when I left off earlier, but whatever it is, it's been that many hours. And yeah, I feel like I pretty much put in a full day of work on this good Sunday. I need some me time. Okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna cook tonight, because I wanted to meal prep, kind of set my week off right, but I don't know that I'm gonna get to it. We'll see. And tomorrow I have to go over, we have a meeting for the team, so we'll see. But my apartment is a mess. I need to clean up. I don't really feel like doing any of that stuff. So I'm just glad I got this done though. A huge chunk of my portion of this project is done. And then it's just making small changes based on producer notes and exporting whatever the sound person needs, the engineer, the mixer or whatever. And then the girl that's doing coloring, just got to get them the files they need. So then, yeah. So I'm going to send, this is episode 4. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are exporting right now. So I think I'm done for the night, and we'll pick this back up when I get more notes. All right, peace. What's up, fam? It is October 24th, and still not done. Still not done, but we are picture locked on episodes 2 through 6. So thankfully, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes are good to go. still have to be exported for sound and for color and stuff, but I'm getting ready to send the XMLs over to the DP. Actually, she's gonna help me out with that because she just knows more. She knows what she's doing. So I'm gonna send her the XMLs. I still have to finish locking in. I got like a pre-lock on episode 1, the trailer, but just have to make a couple more edits to the drowning scene, and then that one will be picture lock. And then, so yeah, I still have episode 1 to just tighten up, episode 7, 8, and the trailer. There's still so much. We are cutting it close because it is now the 24th. We're behind schedule. Hopefully we can make up time. Not sure if we're gonna be able to drop it when we were. I think it would be beneficial to push it back a week. There's just been so many factors that has delayed certain aspects of getting this official, or getting this first cut officially locked in. Also, I ran out of room on the hard drive that was sent to me, so I had to go and like finagle some ways in how to get rid of some stuff. So that slowed me down a little bit, not gonna lie. And I've also been working like on a part-time basis doing this, so it's just been a busy few weeks for me with regular work and just trying to maintain balance and sanity and all that good stuff. But we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, so I'm really excited about that. And at some point I still have to work out today because I skipped my workout yesterday, and I can't skip today. I cannot skip today. I have to prioritize the things that are important to me as well. So yeah, so just wanted to check in with you on that. I feel like most of this vlog has just been me checking in, but yeah, so I'm about to just get back to work and tap back in with you later. Bye. Thank you. So I'm at this place called CT Cantina Taqueria. Oh, CT stands for Cantina Taqueria. I just realized that. And the vibes are vibing. And it's dope. There's a full-on DJ, full bar. This place is huge. I'm telling you, I don't know if you can hear me or not. Hopefully you can, but it's hot. Our birthday girl is here. The birthday girl! Happy birthday! But the birthday girl is here. She is 1/3 of Brownstone, the group. Yes, the legendary Brownstone. If you love me. And she's my cousin. Yay! We discovered that 2 years ago, actually, recently.
I tried to put one in the air. I tried to dance it away. I tried to change it with my hair. I ran a credit card below. Thought a new dress would make it better. I tried to work it away, but that just made me even sadder. I tried to keep myself busy. I ran around in circles, think I made myself dizzy.
Me, hands to the sky. Shabba bum dum, shabba dum dum dum. Hum da da hum dee hum da da yeah. No timer. Oh wait, no. Oh. Okay, so I'm doing my voiceover. I was editing and came across a note on one of the for one of the edits that we need to get a new voiceover because the current voiceover, which was Alexis, the director, she ended up being used on another part with like a FaceTime video. So didn't want her voice playing 2 different characters. So saw the note, hit her up. Yo, Alexis, I can just add this voiceover in right now. I'm a new voice. Nobody's heard my voice. So I can go ahead and play that character because, you know, I can do voices too. So she was like, oh my God, please. This is going to be so funny. I can't wait to hear this. So I'm just re-recording it right now. So I'm using this Yeti, this blue Yeti microphone that I've had for over a decade. Shout out to Blue Microphone. My band at the time, they gifted us a couple of these and somehow I got to keep one. So, and it still works. So use it and it's great. So recording my voiceover, it's gonna have filters and stuff over it anyway because I'm just a voice that you hear over the phone. Yeah. Before I had literally just recorded it right into my phone and that's just fine, but yeah. I need a windscreen. Okay, so this is a windscreen. It goes with my Zoom H4n, but it should fit perfectly over here too. Let's see. So basically it will block out like those high tones from the T's and the pops from the P's. So it should block out all that stuff. And if I was outside, it would block out like the of the wind. So let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I don't know, Rima. You know, I could really get in trouble. You know, I work in HR. Oh, I don't know, Rima. You know, I work in HR. I can really get in trouble. Rima, yeah, I could really get in trouble. You know, I work in HR. They noted that on your annual review last month. Yeah, she's known you weren't going to get the promotion for a while. I'm really sorry, Rima. I'm really sorry, Rima. Yeah, I'm really sorry, Rima. Okay, so that's it. She's known you weren't going to get the promotion for a while. I'm really sorry, Rima.
Rima, Kamari, Mia, Courtney. Rima, Kamari. Rima, Kamari, Mia, Courtney.
We have reached a nice milestone, a very good milestone. We're almost done. We are almost done. Episodes 1 through 7 and the trailer picture locked. So no more editing on those. Those are being sent over to the girl who's going to be doing coloring. I think her name's Kayla. I want to say it's Kayla. Shout out to Kayla. So she should have at least those 8 episodes, 1 through 7 and the trailer sometime tonight or in the morning. And then also going over to Meg, shout out to Meg, who is doing all of the sound mixing. And we had a sound design girl, but she dropped out. Tomorrow evening, we're going hard in the paint to get episode 8 of Girl Dinner done. It's looking really good. I'm so proud to be a part of this project. And I can't wait to see it done. It is Sunday, October 26th. Hopefully I don't take too long to edit this vlog once I'm done. Once we're all done. So you might not see this until like a month from now. But your girl's been busy, so that's why. But anyway, I'm about to enjoy the rest of my evening and chill and then plan for the week ahead. So I will tap back in with you when I have another update. All right. Bye. Okay. Again, dang it. I'm always on here looking crazy. I'm so sorry. But the date is November 10th. Tomorrow's a screening. And tomorrow I catch a flight to LA. I'm actually going. But we're still working. And this is the last little tiny stretch. I'm sorry, I'm so close. This is the last little tiny bit of stretch that we have left. And it's just finishing it off. I got all the audio back and I've so far have gotten 2 of the final color So those will be trickling in any moment. But yeah, so just doing the last bit of stuff here, downloading the files. Those are all the audio mixes, and yeah, and this thing is pretty much done. I do have a little bit of editing to do because I have to put back in the green screen stuff and track it to like the phone, but hopefully it's not going to take too long. And I could finish packing. I'm pretty much packed, but I do have to add in, you know, like toiletries and pack up my camera stuff, whatever I'm gonna bring. But yeah, I just wanted to tap back in for the last little bit of editing before like the actual fun part begins, and that's watching it and meeting everybody, because I haven't met nobody yet except for Alexis and Brittany. But yeah, so that's the update, and let me go ahead and work on this. So I'm not working on this all night. My hair is braided, so you know I gotta have it wrapped up when I ain't out the house. So yeah, probably won't see you again until LA, but maybe we'll see. All right, bye. Yeah, this vlog was getting a little bit long, so I went ahead and broke it up into 2 parts. So make sure you check out part 2. We pick up in LA at the screening. Good times. Make sure you watch it. All right, see you over at part 2. Peace.